If you want a computer to do something, you can't just talk to it. At its lowest physical level, a machine is entirely deaf to human language. It operates through billions of tiny electrical pulses, snapping microscopic switches open and closed in a fraction of a second. To bridge the gap between our human thoughts and those chaotic electrical signals, we need a translator. For over 50 years, the most reliable translator we have is the C programming language. C sits so close to the actual hardware that it was used to build the core components of the operating systems we use every day, including Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Today is day one of your programming journey. We aren't going to build a complex mobile app or a massive video game. Our only objective is to successfully send one single coherent message to the machine's hardware. Mastering these rules provides the specific, literal logic needed to turn a human idea into a machine action. All coding begins in a completely blank text document. There are no buttons or helpful menus to guide you, just an empty canvas waiting for your instructions. The first thing we type is a command to include standard input and output. Think of this as borrowing a dictionary from a central library. We're telling the computer exactly which tools we plan to use to send and receive text today. Next, because computers get easily confused by large text, we must tell it exactly where our instructions begin. We write int main followed by parentheses to act as a giant neon sign. It tells the machine, start reading here. Right after that starting line, we type an opening curly bracket. You can picture this bracket as a physical container. Everything we want the computer to actually execute will go safely inside this box. These first few lines are the administrative setup. We are prepping our workspace so the computer knows where to look and what tools to hold ready. Now we place our actual command inside the box. We type printf, followed by the words hello world, inside quotation marks. This tells the machine to push our exact text outward so we can see it on the screen. At the very end of this line, we place a semicolon. A computer will read a line forever until it crashes. The semicolon acts as a strict full stop, explicitly telling the machine that this specific instruction is over. Once we finish typing and close our curly bracket container, an invisible mechanism called the compiler takes over. The compiler has two distinct jobs. First, it scans our text for any broken rules or missing semicolons. Second, if the code is perfect, it translates our human-readable words down into the raw data the computer hardware can process. This process shows that coding is not magic. You are providing extremely literal instructions to an automated translator. When we run the program, the compiler does its job, and we get our result, a simple, plain black screen displaying the words, hello world. By sending those two words to the screen, you have bypassed every icon and menu on your desktop to interact directly with the physical processor. Most modern software hides this interaction behind layers of graphics, but underneath all of that polish, the computer is still just following step-by-step instructions exactly like the one you just wrote. The foundational pieces you use to print this greeting, the library, the main function, the strict punctuation, are what scale up to power the most complex machines in existence, including rovers operating millions of miles away on Mars. Day one is finished. You have moved from using software to writing the instructions that make it run.